Hello everyone, welcome back to M Math Academy. Today in this video I am going to explain a different topic in trigonometry, and the topic is degree and radian. As we know, degree and radian, these are two different measurements of angles. So in this trigonometrical chapter I am going to introduce you with few items like degree measurement of angles, radian measurement of angles, relationships between degree and radian, conversions between degree and radian, and arc length and sector area. Let's start. Degree measurement of angles. Degree is a unit of angular measure equal to 1/360th of a revolution. One full revolution around any point makes an angle of 360 degree. So 1 degree can be defined as 1/360 of a full circle or revolution. For finer measurements with greater accuracy, degree is divided into 60 minutes and minute is divided again into 60 seconds. So this is finer measurement of degree. So 1 minute is equal to 1/60 of a degree, and 1 second is equal to 1/60 of a minute, or 1/3600 of a degree. So 1 revolution is equal to 360 degree, 1 degree equal to 60 minute, and 1 minute equal to 60 second. Degree, minute and second are sometimes abbreviated as DMS. Degree, D stands for degree, M for minute, and S for second. Now decimal degrees and DMS conversions. We know we commonly use $5.25 equal to $5.25, or 2.75 hours means 2 hours and 45 minutes. These are of very common use. Similarly, decimal degrees and degrees, minute, seconds conversions is also very similar. For example, convert 25.1025 degree to DMS form. Let us solve this. The whole part 25 degree is kept unchanged here. So this 25.1025 degree, in this part 25 degree is kept unchanged as it is whole part, but the fractional part, which is 0.1025 degree, this is converted into minutes and seconds. We know 1 degree equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. By the way, these minutes and seconds are the units of angle. Don't confuse with time. Those minutes and seconds are different. These minutes and seconds we are talking about, these are all related to smaller angles. So here 0.1025 degree equal to, we are just changing the units here. So this degree we are multiplying by 60 minutes by 1 degree. This is the conversion factor. So we are getting 6.15 minutes. So 0.1025 degree is equal to 6.15 minutes. Now this 0.15 minutes is again converted into seconds. In the same way, we multiply this 0.15 minutes by 60 seconds time by 1 minute, which becomes 9 seconds. So ultimately 25.1025 degree becomes 25 degree, then 6 minutes from here, the whole part 6 minutes, and 9 seconds from here. So the result is 25 degree, 6 minutes, 9 seconds. Now decimal degrees and DMS conversion. Convert 25 degree 12 minutes 35 seconds to decimal degrees. Solution: we need to convert the minutes and the seconds to degrees, because 25 degree is the whole part, we keep it unchanged. 35 seconds we will start from the end. 35 seconds we multiply that by 1 degree over 3600 seconds. because in 1 degree there are 3600 seconds. So by multiplication we get this 0.00972 degree, and 12 minutes, in order to change 12 minute to degree, we multiply that by 1 degree over 60 minute. So we get, actually this is a mistake here. This should be 1 degree over 60 minute. This is a second symbol, a second unit here, but this should be 1 degree over 60 minutes. So it becomes 0.2 degree. So ultimately 25 degree becomes, and 25 degree stays as it is, 25.00000 degree. Then after addition we get 25 degree, 12 minute, 35 seconds, as we just simply add these three parts, 25 degree plus 0.00972 degree plus 0.2 degree, then we get this result. There is another short solution here. Just this problem becomes much easier. 25 degree, 12 minutes, 35 seconds equal to 25 degree, we keep it unchanged. 12 minutes, we change it to 12 minutes divided by 60, and 35 seconds we change it to 35 seconds divided by 3600. So ultimately we get this result, same result like the previous one. Now radian measurement of angles. Radian is a unit of angular measure commonly used in trigonometry. So this is the symbol to the power c. By writing in this form, we just express radian. So this is 1 radian, 1 to the power lowercase c. An arc of a circle is a certain portion of the circumference of the circle, and the length of the arc is simply the length of that portion of the circumference. Radian is defined as the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc equal in length to the radius. This is the diagram. So from the diagram we can see length of the arc AB. So this is an arc AB equal to length of the radius. If this length of the arc becomes equal to if this length of the arc is equal to the radius, then we can conclude angle AOB subtended at the center is equal to 1 radian. I repeat, if the arc length is equal to the radius of the circle, then this angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle is equal to 1 radian. From the above mentioned definition we may conclude, if the arc length is twice the radius, if this arc length is 2 times radius 2r, then angle subtended at the center of the circle becomes 2 radian. And also if the arc length is 2 pi times the radius, 2 pi times the radius means 2 pi r, which is the circumference of the circle, the angle subtended in that case at the center of the circle becomes 2 pi radian. So if this arc length is equal to the radius of the circle, then the angle subtended at the center of the circle by this arc is 1 radian. If this arc length is 2 times radius, then this angle subtended at the center becomes 2 radian. And lastly, if this arc length is equal to the circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r, then the angle subtended by the entire circumference or by the whole arc is 2 pi radian. Now radian measurement of angles. Recap. Just like there is 360 degree in a full rotation of a circle, there are 2 pi radians in it. So 1 revolution is equal to 360 degree equal to 2 pi radian. Recap 2. Angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc equal in length to the radius is exactly 1 radian. But what happens when an arc length is not equal to the length of the radius? That is very important. If the arc length is not equal to the length of the radius, the radian measure of a central angle theta of a circle is defined as the ratio of the arc length s, the angle subtends, with the radius of the circle r. So in this diagram we can conclude this, and if see in this case we can see the arc length S is not equal to the radius of the circle. So in this case the angle subtended at the center of the circle by the arc is theta equal to S over R. So S divided by R is the angle subtended at the center. Remember, this theta is in radian. The word radian comes from the abbreviation of radial angle. So all these radians, whatever we are talking about, this comes from the radial angle. Relation between degrees and radians. In order to find the relation between degree and radians, let us recall 1 revolution equal to 360 degree equal to 2 pi radian, or we can say pi radian equal to 180 degree. To convert degrees to radians, multiply by pi over 180, and to convert radians to degrees, multiply by 180 over pi. So this is the symbolic representation. So whenever we are converting degrees to radians, we have to multiply by pi over 180, whereas from radians to degrees we need to multiply radians by 180 over pi to find degrees. Conversions degree and radians. Example, convert 25 degree to radians. Solution: 25 degree we just multiply by pi over 180 and we get 5 pi over 36 radians. Similarly, convert 125.5 degree to radians. We just multiply the same way by pi over 180 and we get, if we substitute the value of pi, we get 2.19 radians. Convert 45 degree 20 minutes to radians. In this case, we just write down 45 degree 20 minutes as 45 degree plus 20 minutes means 20 over 60 degrees. So on simplification we get 45 plus 1 over 3 degrees, which means 136 over 3 degrees. So then we substitute that degrees by multiplying by pi over 180 radians. So ultimately we get these radians. Convert 5 pi over 8 to degrees. 5 pi over 8 radians means we multiply radians by 180 over pi to find in degrees. So that's how we get 112.5 degrees. Let's move on. Degree and radians. Convert 2.283520 radians to degrees, minutes and seconds. In this case, we first convert the decimal radians to decimal degrees. So decimal radians means in this case 2.283520, the entire part is decimal radian. We multiply that radian by 360 degree over 2 pi radian and we get this much degree. After that, the whole part 130 we keep it unchanged, but the fractional part is converted into minutes and second, which is 0.8361. So 0.8361 degree means we need to multiply by 60 over 1 to find it in minute. So we get 50.166 minute. Then again the decimal part of 50.166 minute, which is 0.166 minute, is converted into seconds, and we multiply by this conversion factor to get it almost 9.96 seconds or 10 seconds. So ultimately the result is 2.283520 radian equal to 130 degree, then 50 minute from here and 10 seconds from here. So this radian is converted into this degree, minute, second. Now the last topic is arc length and sector area. Before we discuss arc length or sector area, let's have a quick recap of a circle. So this is a circle here, we can see. we know the center, the point which is equidistant from any point on the circumference of the circle, that is the center. In the diagram, O is the center, so this point O is the center of the circle, and we have denoted by a pink color here. Next, radius, a straight line joining the center of a circle to any point on the circumference of the circle. In the diagram, AO or OB, these are the any one of these is a radius, and we have denoted by green color. Now arc, what is arc? A certain portion of the circumference of the circle. There are two types of arcs, we know, minor arc and major arc. What is minor arc? An arc smaller than a semicircle. So this is a minor arc which is smaller than a semicircle, and we can say a central angle subtended by a minor arc is less than 180 degree. So this theta is less than 180 degree when it is a minor arc. And in this diagram we have shown by AB. AB is the minor arc, yellow color. And what is major arc? The remaining arc, this one, this is also AB but in blue color. So the arc larger than a semicircle is a major arc, and the central angle subtended by a major arc is greater than 180 degree. So this angle is the angle the major arc is making at the center. So this is the AB yellow color, this arc is the minor arc, and the blue color arc is the major arc of the circle. Now sector. A sector is the portion of a circle enclosed by two radii and an arc. In the diagram, AOB is a sector. So this area, this portion AOB, this portion is a sector of this circle. Now we can see this sector AOB is enclosed by two radii AO and OB, and also by an arc AB, and two radii AO and OB. So this is the circle with center O, and this is the radius OB. This AB is an arc, it is minor arc, and the remaining AB blue color, so this is minor arc AB, and this blue color arc is major arc, and this is another radius, and this yellow portion AOB is the sector. Another thing I wanted to mention here, this is a chord, this is called a chord, which is this, and this is a segment of the circle. Now arc length. In the diagram, let us suppose arc length AB equal to S and angle AOB equal to theta measured in radian. Now arc length over circumference equal to theta over 2 pi. So arc length is this divided by circumference, means the entire circular part, this part, which is so arc length over circumference is we can use this ratio theta over 2 pi, because this one is making an angle theta here, and the entire circle and entire circumference or the arc is making an angle of 2 pi at the center. That's why this arc length by total circumference is the angle subtended by this arc, which is theta, divided by the total angle subtended at the center by the entire circumference. That's why arc length over circumference is equal to theta over 2 pi, and we can denote this by S. So S over 2 pi r equal to theta over 2 pi. On simplification we get S equal to r theta, but remember theta is in radians. Now sector area. Area of the sector divided by area of the circle equal to theta over 2 pi. Now again same ratio we are using, area of the sector. This area of this sector divided by the area of the circle. Again the ratio is same like this, because this area is created by this arc only, and the total area of the circle is created by the entire circumference. That's why we can write down the same ratio, area of the sector divided by area of the circle equal to theta over 2 pi. Then we can denote this area of the sector as capital A. So A over pi r square equal to theta over 2 pi, because the area of the circle is pi r square. And on simplification we get A equal to half theta r square, theta in radians again. So these are the two important relations we need to use for math problems. Two of them, one is arc length S equal to r theta, and sector area A equal to half theta r square. But remember, in both cases theta should be measured in radians. Degree cannot be used. There is an example here. Find the arc length and the sector area if the radius of a circle is 4 cm and the center angle made by the arc is 25 degree. So this is the solution. 25 degree we need to convert it into radians by multiplying by pi over 180. Otherwise, without converting it into radians, we cannot use this degree in the formula, as I mentioned in the previous page. So arc length equal to S equal to r theta, which is 4 times, we just substitute, and on simplification we get 5 pi over 9 centimeter is the arc length, whereas sector area is equal to A equal to half theta r square, and after substitution we get 10 pi over 9 centimeter square. There is another example here. Find the area of a sector if the radius is 7.2 centimeter and arc length 12.5 centimeter. So solution, arc length again from formula S equal to r theta, we need to find theta here. So in this case theta equal to S over r. From this relation we find theta, and we don't need to calculate this. Instead we can leave it as it is, S over r. S is the arc length 12.5 centimeter and r radius is equal to 7.2 centimeter. So theta becomes 12.5 over 7.2 radians. Now sector area equal to A equal to half theta r square, so which becomes half times, on substitution we get 45 centimeter square. So this is the sector area. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and comment, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.